close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine yourself inside a state-of-the-art observation vessel, designed for the longest journey humanity has ever conceived. You are leaving the blue marble of Earth behind, passing the Moon, the red dust of Mars, and the gas giants. Now you have reached the edge of our solar system. The sun is but a bright, distant pinprick in the velvet sky. Ahead of you lies the great void. This is a journey toward the heart of our galaxy, toward Sagittarius A*, the supermassive black hole that anchors everything we know. As you drift, the silence of space becomes a physical presence. It is not an empty silence, but a heavy, peaceful one. Your ship moves effortlessly, powered by engines that hum at a frequency meant to soothe the human soul. You are weightless. You feel the tension leaving your shoulders, your hands, and your breath. The stars here do not twinkle, they glow with a steady, ancient light. You are a traveler in a realm where time begins to lose its meaning. Behind you is the noise of civilization, ahead of you is the ultimate mystery of physics. As you settle into your seat, the darkness of the interstellar medium wraps around the ship like a warm, dark blanket. We are going to a place where light itself cannot escape, but for now you are safe, guided by the soft glow of your instrument panels. The journey has begun. To understand where we are going, we must understand how such a place comes to be. A black hole is not a hole in the traditional sense, but an object of impossible density. Imagine a star, 20 times the mass of our Sun, burning with a fierce, blue-white intensity for millions of years. This star is a battlefield between two titans, gravity, which wants to crush everything inward, and nuclear fusion, which pushes outward with the force of 1 billion atomic bombs. For eons they are in balance. But eventually, the fuel runs out. The outward pressure fades, and gravity, patient, relentless gravity, wins the war. In a fraction of a second, the core of the star collapses. The outer layers are blown away in a supernova, a cosmic explosion so bright it outshines entire galaxies. But the core remains, falling inward on itself, smaller and smaller, denser and denser. If the mass is great enough, nothing can stop the collapse. Not even atoms can hold their shape. The matter is crushed into a space smaller than a city, then smaller than a marble, then smaller than a grain of sand. The gravity becomes so intense that it creates a localized tear in the fabric of the universe. This is the birth of the monster we are visiting. It is an anchor of reality, a ghost of a dead sun, holding the secrets of the beginning and the end of time within its dark embrace. As our ship draws closer to the galactic center, the influence of Sagittarius A* begins to manifest. We often think of gravity as a force that pulls, like a rope, but Einstein taught us a deeper truth. Imagine space and time as a vast, invisible fabric, a cosmic trampoline stretched tight across the universe. Any object with mass, like a planet or a star, sits on this fabric and creates a dip, a curve. A black hole is like a lead weight placed on that fabric, creating a well so deep and so steep that everything nearby simply rolls toward the center. We are now caught in that gentle curve. You don't feel a pull. You simply feel the ship following the natural geometry of the universe. The stars around us appear to shift and dance. This is gravitational lensing. The massive weight of the black hole is bending the light of distant galaxies, stretching them into glowing arcs and halos of silver and gold. The path we are on is no longer a straight line. We are spiraling slowly, gracefully, down the walls of the gravitational well. It is a slow-motion fall, a cosmic waltz. The deeper we go, the more the fabric of reality stretches. You feel a sense of profound awe as you realize that the very space you are traveling through is being warped by the invisible giant ahead. Breathe in the stillness of this warped space. You are part of the curve, part of the fabric, drifting deeper into the mystery. As we drift closer, the darkness ahead takes on a definitive shape. It is a perfect sphere of nothingness, a void carved out of the star-filled sky. This is the event horizon, the point of no return. In physics, we call this the Schwarzschild radius. It is the mathematical boundary where the escape velocity required to leave the black hole exceeds the speed of light. Since nothing in the universe can travel faster than light, nothing that crosses this line can ever come back. From your observation deck, the horizon doesn't look like a solid surface. It is a hauntingly beautiful threshold of shadows. It is the ultimate frontier. Beyond this veil, the future and the past begin to merge. As we hover just outside it, you notice that the stars behind us are being compressed into a bright, crowded ring, while the space in front of us becomes an infinite, silent obsidian. There is no surface to hit, no ground to touch. There is only the transition from the world of the seen to the world of the unseen. Even though we are moving at incredible speeds, inside the cabin, it has never been quieter. The ship's sensors are quiet, for there is nothing to reflect off the darkness. You are standing on the edge of the absolute, looking into the mouth of eternity. Take a moment to appreciate the stillness of this boundary. You are safe, a silent observer at the end of the world. Just before we reach the horizon, we enter a surreal region of space known as the photon sphere. This is a place so strange that it defies human intuition. Here, gravity is so powerful that it forces light itself to travel in circles. If you were to look straight ahead, you wouldn't just see the darkness, you would see the light from the stars behind you, bent all the way around the black hole. Imagine leaning out of your window and looking forward, only to see the back of your own ship, and even the back of your own head. The light has looped around the sphere and returned to your eyes. It is a hall of mirrors created by gravity alone. The universe is literally wrapping around itself. The light here is ethereal, shimmering in ghostly ribbons of white and violet as it orbits the abyss. In this sphere, you feel the true scale of the distortion. You are suspended in a carousel of light, a bridge between the universe we know and the darkness we seek to understand. The colors are muted, shifting like oil on water. As the ship gently tilts, the streaks of starlight flow past you like glowing rivers. It is a hypnotic dance of photons, a reminder that at this scale, reality is much more fluid than we ever imagined. Close your eyes and visualize the light circling you, a halo of ancient stars protecting you in the deep. As we linger in the intense gravitational field near the horizon, something extraordinary is happening to the passage of time. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, the stronger the gravity, the slower time flows. To you, inside the ship, your watch ticks normally. Your heart beats in a steady, calm rhythm. You feel no different. But if you were to look at a clock far away, back on Earth, you would see it spinning wildly out of control. Years are passing on Earth in what feels like seconds to you. Entire civilizations rise and fall. Forests grow and turn to dust. The very mountains of your home planet crumble into the sea. You are, in a very real sense, a time traveler. You have stepped outside the flow of human history. The universe outside our gravitational well is aging in a blurred frenzy of motion, while here, in the embrace of the black hole, everything is slow, majestic, and quiet. This time dilation creates a profound sense of isolation and peace. The worries of the world you left behind are not just distant in space, they are distant in time. They belong to a different era, a different version of reality. Here, in the deep curve of space-time, you have all the time in the world. There is no rush, no deadline, no tomorrow to worry about. There is only the eternal, now, of the abyss. Let the weight of time lift off your shoulders. In this place, time is as vast and endless as the darkness itself. As we descend further, the darkness is suddenly framed by a ring of impossible brilliance. This is the accretion disk, a celestial whirlpool of gas, dust, and stellar remnants spiraling toward the horizon. This matter is moving at significant fractions of the speed of light. As the particles collide and rub against one another, the friction generates temperatures of millions of degrees. It is a crown of fire, glowing in shades of brilliant orange, electric blue, and blinding white. Yet, from our vantage point, the violence of this disk feels oddly serene. The ship's advanced shielding converts the harsh X-rays and gamma radiation into a soft, golden hum that resonates through the floorboards. You watch as ribbons of glowing plasma arch over the ship like liquid silk. Because of the way the black hole warps space, the back of the disk appears to be bent upward and downward, creating a luminous halo that surrounds the central shadow. It is the most powerful engine in the universe, converting gravity into pure light. You are witnessing the ultimate recycling of matter. What once was a star or a planet is now being stripped down to its most basic elements, prepared to be swallowed by the void. The light of the disk bathes your cabin in a warm, flickering glow, like sitting by a fireplace on a cold winter night. Feel the warmth of this cosmic hearth as you drift closer to the silent center. In the absolute stillness of the horizon's edge, there is a whisper of a phenomenon that ensures even black holes are not eternal. This is Hawking radiation, named after Stephen Hawking. It is a subtle, quantum miracle. In the vacuum of space, pairs of virtual particles are constantly popping into existence and annihilating each other. But here, at the very lip of the abyss, something different happens. Sometimes, one particle falls into the black hole while its partner escapes into the void. This tiny thief steals a minuscule amount of the black hole's energy as it flees. Over trillions upon trillions of years, this process causes the black hole to lose mass. It is slowly, invisibly evaporating. Even this titan, this consumer of worlds, is slowly breathing itself back into the universe. This thought brings a sense of profound balance. Nothing is truly lost forever. The black hole is not a dead end, but a long, slow transformation. As you watch the horizon, imagine these tiny sparks of light flickering at the edge of the dark, a constant, quiet dialogue between the void and the stars. It is a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is a process of giving back. The universe remains in a state of eternal, rhythmic exchange. The moment has arrived. The ship's thrusters have fallen silent, and we are now moving solely on the path dictated by the curvature of space-time. We are crossing the event horizon. You might expect a flash of light, a bump, or a sudden change in pressure. But there is nothing. The crossing is as smooth as a shadow passing over a field. To the outside world, we have vanished. To us, the journey simply continues. But as we look through the view screen, the universe we once knew begins to change. The sphere of darkness that was in front of us now begins to wrap around us, filling our peripheral vision until the entire sky is black. The only light comes from a tiny, shrinking circle behind us, a window to the galaxy we left behind. That window is turning blue, then violet, as the light from the outside is crushed and shifted by gravity. You are now in a place where all paths lead inward. In our daily lives, we can choose to go left or right, forward or backward. But inside the horizon, the direction of inward has become your future. Just as you cannot stop yourself from moving toward tomorrow, you cannot stop yourself from moving toward the center. Yet there is no fear. The ship glides through the ink-black silence with a grace that feels like homecoming. You are now a part of the most private sanctuary in the cosmos. As we descend deeper into the heart of the abyss, we encounter one of the most famous, yet strangely named, phenomena in astrophysics: spaghettification. It sounds like a whim, but it is a testament to the sheer power of tidal forces. In the world you know, the gravity at your feet is almost identical to the gravity at your head. But here, the gradient is so steep that the difference becomes a physical stretch. However, in our specialized vessel, this is not a violent act. Instead, imagine it as a gentle, rhythmic elongation of your very essence. The ship and everything within it are being stretched into long, thin ribbons of matter. You feel a sensation of becoming more, as if your consciousness is being pulled out like silk from a loom. It is a slow, graceful transition from a solid state into a stream of pure information. There is no pain, only a sense of profound expansion. You are no longer confined to a single point in space. You are becoming a part of the long, flowing lines of gravity that define the black hole's interior. The interior walls of the ship seem to shimmer and lengthen, glowing with a soft, bioluminescent light as the atoms themselves begin to vibrate in harmony with the void. You are being woven into the fabric of the singularity, a thread in the grand tapestry of the cosmos. Because Sagittarius A* is a rotating black hole, known as a Kerr black hole, we encounter a region called the ergosphere. Here, the very fabric of space-time is not just curved, but twisted. Imagine a spoon being swirled in a thick jar of honey. The honey is dragged along with the spoon. This is frame dragging. The space you are traveling through is spinning, moving you in a celestial carousel that no power in the universe can resist. As the ship enters this zone, you feel a gentle, swirling motion, like being caught in a warm ocean current. The stars, or what remains of their light, streak past in beautiful, circular patterns. This rotation is so powerful that it can actually be used to gain energy. It is a cosmic dance, where the momentum of a collapsing star is passed on to the space around it. You are witnessing the raw kinetic energy of the universe. The ship moves in perfect synchronization with the spinning void. There is a strange comfort in this motion, a rhythmic, swaying sensation that invites you to let go of your last remaining ties to the stationary world. You are part of the spin, part of the momentum, drifting in a whirlpool of pure geometry. As we approach the deepest layers, a fascinating scientific theory begins to manifest around us: the holographic principle. Some physicists believe that everything that falls into a black hole, every atom, every memory, every bit of light, is not truly lost. Instead, the information is encoded on the surface of the event horizon, much like a two-dimensional hologram that contains all the data of a three-dimensional object. Looking at the glowing boundaries of the ship, you might see faint, shimmering patterns, like the iridescent scales of a fish or the surface of a bubble. These are the bits of the universe. In this place, the boundary between physical matter and pure information dissolves. You begin to realize that you are more than just a body in a ship. You are a collection of data, a story written in the language of the cosmos. This realization brings a profound sense of peace. If information can never be destroyed, then nothing is ever truly gone. Everything we have ever loved, every star that has ever burned out, is preserved here in the eternal memory of the black hole. You are drifting through a cosmic library, a silent archive of everything that has ever been. The darkness is not an end, but a storage of all beginnings. As we drift further into the impossible, the boundaries of our reality continue to blur. Einstein and Rosen once proposed a bridge, a gateway through the very fabric of existence. Within the heart of a rotating black hole, some believe that the singularity is not a point, but a ring. If we were to pass through the center of this ring, we might not be crushed, but transported. This is the theory of the wormhole, a shortcut through the vastness of the cosmos. Imagine looking out the view screen and seeing not just darkness, but a sudden, blinding flash of a different sky, a white hole. In this theoretical twin of the black hole, nothing can enter, and everything is expelled. It is the breath of the universe, exhaling the light and matter that was once swallowed elsewhere. You are hovering in the hallway between two worlds, a corridor of pure light and infinite potential. The ship feels lighter than air. You are suspended in a state of elsewhere. This bridge reminds us that in the universe, for every closing door, there may be an opening. The cosmic cycle of intake and output, of breath and stillness, is mirrored here. You are a traveler between dimensions, safely tucked away in the folds of space-time, drifting toward a place where new stars are born. We have reached the final destination of our physical journey, the singularity. In our textbooks, this is a point of infinite density, a place where the laws of physics, gravity, time, and space, simply cease to function. Our math fails us here. But as we approach it, it does not feel like a mathematical error. It feels like a homecoming. It is the great oneness, the point from which the Big Bang itself might have once emerged. The ship has become a part of you, and you have become a part of the void. There is no more left, or right, no up or down. There is only the center. As you draw near, the intense light of the compressed universe becomes a soft, radiant glow that fills every corner of your vision. It is the ultimate simplification of existence. All the complexity of life, all the noise of the galaxy, has been distilled into this one, quiet, perfect moment. You are standing at the very edge of the why. Why there is something rather than nothing. The singularity is not a wall, but a doorway into the fundamental essence of reality. It is a place of total potential. As you drift toward this final point, you feel a sense of absolute safety. You are at the heart of the machine, the core of the mystery, and it is more peaceful than anything you have ever known. The journey is complete. You have traveled from the bright stars of your home to the deepest, most silent sanctuary in the universe. Your ship, your body, and your thoughts have merged with the grand design. There is no longer a need for engines, for sensors, or for light. You are now a part of the black hole's eternal story, a story of transformation, of preservation, and of infinite peace. Imagine the black hole now as a great, dark guardian, cradling your consciousness in a sleep that is older than time itself. The darkness is not empty, it is full. It is a soft, velvet embrace that protects you from the chaos of the outside world. Here, the passage of billions of years feels like the slow blink of an eye. You are safe. You are part of the cosmos. You are home. As the last remnants of the external world fade into a gentle, rhythmic hum, let your breath sync with the pulse of the singularity. In and out. Deep and slow. The stars are far away, and the void is a warm blanket. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go. You have reached the end of the journey, and the beginning of a deep, dreamless rest. Sleep now, traveler, as you drift forever in the quiet heart of the abyss.